Hello friends, this is Amanda from Albany Mountain Homestead. To begin, you need 12 egg whites, about a cup and a half. We'll begin at medium speed to get the egg whites nice and frothy. Once that happens, we're going to add 2 teaspoons cream of tartar powder. And this helps to stabilize your egg whites during the baking process. Now I'm increasing the speed to a medium-high. We're looking for a soft peak, which means when you lift the whisk out of your bowl, the peaks aren't really going to hold. They're just going to kind of fall back down into the bowl. But I also recommend scraping the sides of your bowl between each addition to make sure nothing is sticking to the side of the bowl. Everything gets incorporated evenly. Now, I am showing this process up close and personal because I know for people who are new to baking, it's better to see what you need to be looking for than to just hear it. At least that's how I learned better. So now that we have reached a soft peak stage, we're going to start adding in the fine sugar. Now, granulated sugar is fine to use, or you could throw it in your blender or Ninja and pulse it, a few times just to kind of break up the granules and make it a little more of a fine sugar. And here you can see again the soft peaks that have now formed. And I'm going to continue whisking now. We want to get this to a stiff peak. And when you're looking for a stiff peak, when you raise your whisk out of the bowl, you're going to see that the peak that forms will stay in its place and it won't move. And that's exactly what you're looking for when you're looking for a stiff peak. And I'll be showing that to you here in just a moment. So now we're going to add the vanilla and the almond extract, and this slightly affects the stiff peak, so I advise just mixing it some more, scrape your bowl, and then whisk it another minute or so just to make sure that you've got these stiff peaks really well done. Because this is exactly what prevents your batter from leaking through the pan. Make a flour substitute, which means you take 1 cup of all-purpose flour, take out 2 tablespoons of the flour, and replace it with 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. And you're going to want to sift this a few times to make sure that all the lumps and you're adding air to the flour. So while you're mixing it into your egg whites and you're folding that flour in, then you are looking for a lumpy type batter, but you don't want to overmix because then you are taking out too many of the air bubbles and then it won't cook properly. And you'll just end up with a more dense angel food cake. Now we're going to spoon the batter into an ungreased angel food cake pan. which means the center part comes apart from the outside part. You could also cook these in a cupcake pan with liners, and if you don't have one of these pans. And now we're just gonna smooth it out. So now I am cleaning up around the edges of the pan and smoothing everything out and getting it ready to go in the oven. And now we bake it at 350 for 30 to 40 minutes or until it reaches a beautiful dark golden brown color. By turning the pan upside down during the cooling process prevents the cake from falling and sinking. Alright, so our angel food cake is all done. It's cooled, and now we're just going to take a knife, run it around the edge. You ready for dessert? Strawberries that I cut, and I added sugar on it to make its own syrup, and then I just threw it in the blender. Now it's like a little strawberry sauce. This is Martha Stewart's recipe, and I did have to make one substitution. Instead of regular flour, cake flour, we had to do a substitution where you take a cup of flour, take 2 tablespoons out, and then you add in 2 tablespoons of cornstarch to create your cake flour. So that's how I had to make an adjustment to the recipe.